Ooh, I just realized that Instagram Live can mute. Hold on, let me just test something really quick. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I just realized Instagram Live can mute, and then Instagram can also. Oh, wow. So, like, if I wanted to do like this picture, I can like explain a picture. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Anyways, random impromptu live. I know I've literally only gone live like once on this Instagram page. Say hi, Yafa. Yafa's here with us. Have some notes that I'm going to share with you guys. This is just literally, like I said, a random live, some updates, some changes. I'm sure you probably noticed the feed looks a little bit different as well. So there's some changes in that. So, sorry, I've also had a lot of caffeine today, but I've been spending a lot of time on Facebook, and I never thought that I would enjoy Facebook the way that I had in 2022. However, I am feeling called to spend a little bit more time cultivating and nurturing. Sorry, Yafa, I'm squashing your head. Cultivating my community on Instagram. So, put a whole plan together to do that. Hey, girl. Okay, Yafa. All right, girl. Come on. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time here. I'm going to be testing it out because normally I do my lives in my Facebook group. And like I said, I'm just following my obedient steps and showing up more so on Instagram. And however, if you are not in my Facebook group, I would definitely say jump in and join because I will be hosting a lot of my trainings. So if you've taken any of my master classes or if you have watched any of my freebies, I'm actually going to be doing those for free and live in the Facebook group. So Friday at 12 o'clock, I'm going to be teaching an Instagram funnel. So an automated Instagram funnel. So I'm going to show you like the behind the scenes of one of the Instagram funnels that I have running, and I'm going to take you through step by step. I don't think I'm going to do any trainings here for now because I feel like the teacher in me, I like presentations. I like having things that people can see and take notes. People are auditory, some people are visual. So I do a lot of my trainings inside of the Facebook group. So definitely join. If you want the link, just let me know. So I will probably do like maybe some like thought drops on the Instagram, but like in terms of like where I'm going to go in depth and show you behind the scenes, it's just obviously so much easier for me to do that in the Facebook group. And I'm also going to place another emphasis on why I love systems because obviously like if I didn't have systems, you already know like I would not be doing this live. I would not be showing up and doing lives because like I just would not have the time. So thankfully I have systems in place, which now I am in a place that, you know, they're fully running, they're fully functioning, and I get to show up and do these things, right? So that's exciting. Also, I feel like sometimes I have a lot of things that I do want to say in my content on my post, and I can't necessarily say it all in one post. So probably should go live and kind of give you the rundown. Okay. And so you can see that there's a lot of new changes on the page. I really was like, I told my friend Diane, I was like, I'm just stripping the page butt naked. Like, I'm just stripping it off because I really felt like I liked the cute little theme and the things that I was creating, but I felt like it was stifling me. And as most of you know, my love for my faith walk and my love for my relationship with Christ. And God has really been showing me so many things about my, like what I'm here to do. And so I have so do not disturb, but there's some people that can get through the do not disturb. So whatever, let me, how do I double check? Let me know if you can hear me because I do want to save this video and this recording. So 1 second, let me just turn on my work mode because if I don't have my work mode, there's a few people that can get through my do not disturb. So anyways, I just wanted to have free reign. So I was like, we're going to just strip this branding butt naked because I don't want to feel stifled and I don't want to feel like I have to go to Canva and make this like perfect little thing and do all this little, I'm not doing all that. I live so much life in one day and my life moves so quickly and so fast. And I have so much that I need to say. And I have so much that I want to say. Specifically, most of it is really just, again, with this new calling. And again, I don't want to go too much into it, but I'm just trying to like, just drop some little bit of life updates so you kind of see why things are changing. But, last year I gave my business over to God. I was like, Lord, if you do not want me to do this, then I will just do something else. And he definitely redeemed and restored and refined and changed it. It was so beautiful. I feel like I had an Abram to Abraham moment where he was like, okay, this was the name of your business, but now it's going to be this. And I was like, okay, cool, this works. And last year I definitely had challenges following my steps, knowing what my steps were. Yeah, girl. So I knew what my calling and my purpose was, but then I realized that I didn't know how to hear him to actually guide my steps. And so that was what I discovered at the end of last year. And so in January, I was in service and I said, I'm going to leave my steering wheel at the altar. And especially with entrepreneurship, because I just kind of had this, attitude in life where everything I did, I had to do it by myself and I had to get it by myself. And I got to the mountaintop by myself. And that was before I knew God and had a relationship with Christ. And so, I didn't know how to, have someone tell me what to do every day. I didn't know how to do it. So anyways, I was like, Lord, I'm gonna leave my steering wheel at the altar. And I did. And slowly but surely, I am learning how to hear him in my business, because that was definitely one of the last places that I just didn't know I wasn't letting him in, because he's done so much amazing things in other areas of my life. I just didn't know how to hear him inside my business and be like, okay, well, what am I doing today, God? You know what I mean? And sometimes y'all, like, there was like a whole week where he was like, you're not really doing anything. You're going to rest. And I was like, I don't know how to do this. But then of course, as I do that and I come out on the other side, he downloaded this really the Holy Spirit downloaded this really beautiful, amazing thing in and I was just like, okay, I understand. Your way is definitely so much better. So anyways, I don't want to go off into too much into that, because that will be some of the things that I am going to be sharing. So I will be sharing more of what my faith walk looks like behind the scenes, especially as an entrepreneur, and what that means. And just kind of give you practical, tangible things on what that is. Definitely sharing more about the sales strategies that I love, that I'm using, that get me to where I am today. And what was my other thing? Purpose, which has just been something new that God has put in me that I kind of always knew, but I really wasn't like, okay, Lord, is that what we're talking about? You know what I mean? So talking about purpose as well, especially as you kind of see this revival and all these things happening right now in the world and the shift in the market. And what does, my experience on how that's been impacting me and giving you that perspective could help hopefully give you language for what's going on with you. So yes, I was like, I'm stripping everything. I don't even care about this branding, Lord. I was like, I just want to say all these things. And I'm just so excited especially because I just want so much to one, share the good news of the kingdom gospel. Okay. And I just want everyone to also experience a lot of the freedom that I'm experiencing now. And so if you don't know my journey, like I said, I'm not going to go too much into this today, but just kind of where I was, and then having a whole situation, a whole mental breakdown, and just all these things, and realizing this is just not how you do business. This is just not also how you do life. And there just has to be a better way. And then when I found the better way, which was Jesus Christ, I was like, oh, this is what this is. And this is why, the world was keeping me from this, because they didn't want me to realize, the sweetness of how life really could be. And so I'm just so excited to share that. And it's taken me some time, not only because I had to make sure I had my footing with the Lord and the things that he was working on inside of me, but I had to just release anything that was holding me back. And like I said, my little branding and my carousels and all, I'm always going to have the branding. I'm always going to have the things on that side of things. It's always going to be cohesive and consistent. But I was really stifled, y'all, because I was like, how do I get this dang little emoji to fit in this, what I'm trying to say? And all it was just too much. So I was just like, no, we're stripping everything, and y'all going to get these little notes, because I'm telling you, the downloads that the Holy Spirit drops in me, and I'm just sitting on them because I'm like, well, I got to just wait until I fit no, we just posting, and we're just getting stuff out and sharing this message with the world. Girl, don't even get me started on God be knowing, because the way that he has been loving on me the last couple days, I don't even want to take it there, because I'm going to start crying, because like when I really like, that's my daddy right there. Cause like, that's really my daddy. Cause like nobody knows me and nobody can plant the sweet moments that he's planted in my life. Like that. There's just no way. So I'm just like, oh, that's my father. Like that's my father. And he just knows. And it's so sweet. And it's so purifying to the soul. It's so purifying to the heart. It's so restful. And so I want so much for people to experience the relationship side, and especially to my entrepreneurs, because we have a big calling, we have a big mandate on our life, and there really is an easier way to do it. So I'm excited to really just kind of share what that experience looks like. So for now, I'm literally just gonna be coming on randomly. I don't really have a schedule. I'm gonna kind of give you some little gems on how I kind of create content. Some of you may know this, but I like to talk my content out. It's very helpful because not only does it connect my thinking mind to my writing mind to my speaking mind, when you're able to just talk things out, it doesn't stop like the flow of your thoughts. But when you're trying to like, ooh, let me fit this like little perfect caption and do all this, like it really kind of stifles the creative flow. So I usually talk everything out, and then I may transcribe it if I'm doing a voice note, or I may do talk to text. So like it's already just straight up in text. And then I take that and then I repurpose it. So I can do it for a Facebook post, an email, a Instagram post, a podcast episode, some of the things I put on YouTube. That's how I get my content out. So I'm going to be showing up here a lot live randomly, because I'm going to get a lot of my thoughts out. Then I'm going to take those thoughts, and I have a workflow where some of them is going to go to a podcast, some of it's going to go to a YouTube, some of them are going to be cut into shorts. The audio will be transcribed from this, and some of it will go into like a blog post. Some will go to email, some will go to Facebook. I'm telling you, content's not hard, y'all. Talk the content out. Just talk it out, and then create a structure to break it down and disperse it on all channels and all platforms. It is the easiest way to do content. And if you're looking at people who are very successful at content, this is one of the not so secrets. Okay. Girl, yes. God showed me last year that my business wasn't growing because I wasn't, girl. And when he puts that call, girl, and let me tell you, once you know better, you got to do better with the Lord. When the Lord says something to you and you know it, there's no escaping it. Like, you might as well just go ahead and surrender, go ahead and yield to the Most High, and like ask, okay, like, what do you want me to do? Because it's not that, once you have that knowing, you can't escape it. And it's not in like this sort of like scary way, but it's kind of like once you see something, you can't unsee it kind of thing. And I am just telling you, I was talking about this last night in small group. There is so much joy found on the other side of your obedience. And it sounds so crazy because the word obedience just has all of these connotations, these preconceived things of my freedom, all this, all these things that we think about that. But if we kind of throw those out the window and you really accept it, and you yield to his way, whoo, girl, I'm telling you, the fruit on the other side of that is so sweet and so good. And I'm gonna actually have a conversation about this later, not now, because I do not like I don't subscribe to the phrase where people say that it is hard to follow God. Like you have to give something up, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose all this stuff. No, it's actually hard to do life without God. And I'm going to definitely have a talk on that, because I know that a lot of people have a hard time, with that, thinking like, oh my gosh, like, if I, give my life to the Lord or give all this stuff to the Lord, it's going to be hard. Like, yes, things in life are hard, but like, do you want to do it when you're protected and covered, or do you want to do it on your own and leave a trail of regret and broken bridges and sorrow and wasted time behind you? Or do you want to put on your, big girl or boy pants and just do it the right way the first time? So that's definitely, when I show y'all, I have literally like hundreds of things, of topics and things that I've just been writing and kind of just storing up. And God was like, okay, it's like time to release it. Which, now that I'm talking this out, is kind of funny, because I'm realizing that I was just like, I kind of had all this stuff and I was like, okay, Lord, like I'm writing this down. Like, this is good. Like, what do you want me to use it for? And I would forget about it, and then he'd just bring it up. So it's so funny because, yeah, I feel like I'm actually being released actually now to share a lot of this stuff with the world, now that I have lived so much of it last year. So anyways, Yes, so that's it. You're going to get a lot of new stuff on here. I'm going to, again, probably spend a little bit more time on here than I did on Facebook. I'm transitioning again Facebook to something else. So join the group if you do want to get in on my trainings that I do have there. So it's still going to be focused on the sales and all the branding and all the new sales strategies and things that I have cooking up. But again, I like to do those in the group because I do like to have presentations. And then this is really, like I said, more so for a lot of the podcast content, a lot of the visual content, so I can repurpose it. I'm telling you guys, do not sleep on this strategy. And like I said, I'm not going to go so much into it because my brain is going to like, you're probably going to be like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But it's just, yeah, everything I say is really honestly for a reason. And I'm telling you, the voice, the talking out of your content does something to not only your unique expression of yourself, your ability to hear your words, to interpret things, your ability to communicate, and also save you time in creating content. Like, it's just so good. So yes, there's that. And yeah, that's it. So I will probably jump on tomorrow. I have a list of things that's already lining up. And like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm being held back because I have to wait to like make this into a post or, let me turn this into a podcast episode. And then maybe like one day, no, you're just going to get it and it's just going to live and I'm going to take it. I'm going to repurpose it. And I'm going to just stay obedient to my calling and follow through. So yes. And that part just, yes, girl. And when you just accept it and submit, it is so beautiful. So if you ever want to discuss or talk about that, definitely I am just a DM away. I actually enjoy and really love talking about it. It's like one of my favorite things. And I probably got a video or something for you to watch to really kind of sink it in. But yeah, I definitely really feel called to start sharing what my faith looks like behind the scenes and what my obedience looks like, and what it really actually looks like for me to be someone who has chosen to make Jesus the Lord of my life, and just kind of show you practical things outside of, just the everyday sermon that, you get, and kind of showing you how scripture plays out in real life. And so then again, it can give you language to things that maybe you're experiencing. So that's it, y'all. Happy Wednesday. And again, these are going to be random. Hopefully, if I do kind of find a pattern, I will be able to figure out and let you know. But truthfully, like, I just live in a really loud house and it's kind of crazy. So like, you may be liable to like have someone fart or like burp or something. And so I really have to just be like cautious, or also, there's just, my family is also really, 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 really loud. So they yell and it just may seem like they're yelling, and you're like, why are they yelling like that? But that's just how they talk. So there's that. But yes, oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining. Like I said, I just was being obedient and jumping on and sharing this. So I'm just so excited for all the things that are to come. And also, if there are any requests on some things that you're like, Terry, tell me about this, tell me about that, then let me know too. I want to definitely make this very interactive. I definitely want to really kind of build this community. Also, if there's things that you want to talk about one day, I'm more than happy to have conversations. Like, I love my honest conversation. So if you ever feel called where you're like, tag me in, join me in the live, and you have something that you want to say, then I'm definitely open to that as well. Yes. Oh my gosh, girl. Ooh, I need to update that too, even more, because there's so many new things. There's always something new, but that definitely was, heaven sent, because I could not have put that together by myself. So yeah, if you have any questions on that, let me know. But that's it, y'all. Happy Wednesday. And, I will see you guys tomorrow. And actually, I don't really know how to end this live. I have no idea how to end it. I don't know where the end button is. And I will say that I'm probably going to tinker around on this in the practice mode, because I really do love how I can bring up the pictures. And I can also mute, because like if there is a fart coming through, like, and somebody farts and they walk by, or like someone's burping, I can mute it. But also, I really don't know how to end this live. I think it's this X right here. I'm not sure.